Austrians refusing the jab will face up to $4,000 in fines. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemal Shai, Bashim Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostle, elder, great millstone, taught me this truth, and peace, love, and blessed to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Yakov from Prophets in Babylon, Sarasota, and I'm just coming at you through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shemal Shai. Well, Lord willing, to edify a lesson, and, and it's, as you see on the screen, it's an article that the brothers had sent to the chat a few weeks back, and it's just going into how the Austrians are that's refusing this, jab. All right, they're being faced with $4,000 in fines. We're gonna read on. It says Austria's conservative-led government has announced details of its plan to make jab, the jab compulsory, saying it will apply to people aged 14 and above. So people Austrians that's 14 and up will have to face up to $4,000 fines for not receiving this thing. Now I want to do some fact checking right quick. All right, quick. So, Lockie, bear with me. Now, I want to look up the average monthly income in Austria. Now, the average income in Austria, it's about $4,000 a month. And they're saying they want to charge you, up to $4,000 every 3 months if you don't take this thing. Now, that's on, that's a whole another ball game, man. We're talking about $4,000 every 3 months for not receiving this thing. And if you're only receiving $4,000 a month, not even including a rent you have to pay, light bill, water bill, you have to get food, you have to wash your clothes. Okay, so we're talking about people are probably left with about, or not to mention car notes, insurance. You might get a busted tire. All right, you got kids, so people probably left with a good $500 to $1,000 within savings. So $4,000 is a huge deal to make people pay. All right, and Austria, is a part of the EU. Okay, so, and we understand this B system is America, NATO, and the EU. So this is also going to come to the States, man. This is going to come to the States where people are going to be getting fined. People are going to be getting charged. It's going to be consequences to not bowing down to this system. Ultimately what they want to do, they want to put the charagma within you. They want to give you that charagma, man. It says Austria's conservative-led government has announced details of its plan to make jab compulsory, saying it will apply to people aged 14 and above. Now, that's grown men and women we talking about that's making $4,000. Now, if you're 14 years old, how in the hell are you going to pay $4,000 every month, every 3 months? That's a lot of money for a 14-year-old to pay. So hey, this thing is getting real, man, and that's going to show you that this devil, he don't care who it affects. He wants to bring in this new way of living. It says it was saying it will apply to people aged 14 and above, and holdouts face fines up to 3,600 euros, which equivalents to $4,071 every month. All right, it says about 68% of Austria's population, is fully jabbed up. All right, against what? It says one of the lowest rates in Western Europe. Many Austrians are skeptical about the jab, a view encouraged by the far-right Freedom Party, the third biggest in parliament. It says as infections set records 3 weeks ago, the government announced a fourth national lockdown and said it would make jab compulsories for all. All right, the first European Union country to do so. All right, so this is the fourth lockdown that says, hey, they're going to bring this thing and they're going to make it mandatory. It says, we do not want to punish people who are not jabbed. We want to win them over and convince them to get jabbed. All right, so they don't want, there's a quote unquote saying they don't want to punish people. All right, but they want to bring this thing in. They want you to get that. It's an agenda behind it. You know, it's an agenda behind them wanting to get you, jabbed up. Well, what's so big about this? Everybody ain't get jabbed up behind the flu or chicken pox or whatever the hell it was, man. But why do they want you to get, this certain jab? And not only do that, they want you to get the boosters too. And I witnessed a guy who had the jab and the card, and they still want to let him into a building. So this thing is pathetic, man. All right, they're taking away your freedom slowly but surely, which you have no freedom. Freedom is an illusion. It's a quote saying the best slave is a slave that thinks he's free. All right, so you are a slave. It says, we do not want to punish people who are not jabbed. We want to win them over and convince them to get jabbed. The Minister for Constitutional Affairs, Carolyn Stadler, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, told a news conference with Health Minister Wolfgang Mueckstein on Thursday. The jab mandate, which must be approved by Parliament, is due to start on February 1st and last through January 2024. The opposition's party supported, suggesting it will pass easily. So, hey, they bringing this mandate. They want you to get poked up. Okay? And Esau is only going to step down. He's going to come down even harder and harder. Salakia. As time goes on, because one thing this devil doesn't have is time. All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12. And it reads, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So Esau understands that he has a short time, man. He has but a short time. So that's why he's making all these, he's putting all these laws in effect. That's an unrighteous decree, and we're gonna get that, man. Scriptures say, woe unto them, unrighteous decrees. It's Isaiah 10 and 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. So, hey, man, they prescribe you this thing. Let's go into that word prescribe. If I prescribe you something. It says advise, authorize, direct, okay, urge, So they're urging you to take this, man. That's an unrighteous decree. All right, this is poison they're trying to put within you. All right, we believe that, all right, this has something to do with the 5G. Me speaking as a man, I personally believe this has something to do with the 5G towers they want to roll out. All right, they can activate something within you, okay, through frequencies. You had a lot of people, having seizures and, foam come out the mouth, Bell's palsy. All right, people locking up, a lot of people dying. Their skin starting to look like a bruised banana. All right, these are all the things that he's prescribing, man. And if you bow down to this man and take these things, all right, you're going to be in a horrible position. Isaiah 10 and 1, again, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. And it reads, that was pretty much, that was pretty much it, the point. But yeah, all right, Esau wants to bring this thing, man. He's going to bring it. He's going to bring it, man. At the end of the day, he's going to bring it. Because we're in a serious time. And we're in a time that our adversary is moving quickly. All right, because one thing he doesn't have is time, man. So, and that was the time to really watch out. Keep your eyes open, move circumspectly, because, and look forward to these things, watch these things, because he's prescribing more and more wickedness. More and more wickedness, this devil is pushing out in the earth. All right, and it's going to get to a point where he's going to revert, back to his way of living, man. If you say, for instance, if you're cornering a porcupine, you corner it, and you put it in a corner, it's ultimately going to turn his back on you, and he's going to shoot out those pricks, those spikes. Okay, so now Esau, he's not going to try to, always rely on his enchantments, deception, because one of his birthrights is the deception. All right, so if that don't work, he gonna use that, man. He gonna go back to that sword. All right, just like he did when he came over here to the Americas. Esau enforced his way of living by way of that sword. All right, Esau enforced his way of living by way of that sword and deception. So if one ain't working, if he can't use one birthright, he gonna use the other one. He gonna use that sword. He's gonna come down with that sword. $4,000 a month from the age of 14 and up, man. People are gonna break. People are gonna crack. People are gonna break, man. People aren't gonna they ain't gonna just, what I'm saying? They ain't finna just get taxed $4,000 a month. I mean, every 3 months, man. That's insanity. They're going to give in, and then you're also going to have some people that tries to fight back, but to no avail. Okay, because ultimately behind this devil bringing in this new world order is ultimately the Lord putting it on his spirit to do these things. I'm gonna get to the right quick. It says 2nd Ezra 15-16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, and they also want to bring new laws. They got these things called I ain't say it. Glad I ain't say it. Slovakia. Crown Royale passports. All right, Crown Royale passports, and that's how you know me in the end, man. We have to use code words for our videos now. A lot of brothers are making like BitChute account, Odyssey account. I personally have a BitChute account. I gotta upload some more videos to it. But yeah, we're coming into a time where the Lord's gonna completely pull the plug for this word. But 2nd is 15-16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, because of this thing, man. You might have a family in a different city, and unless you take that Jabberwocky, you can't go see your family, man. All right, unless you pay those fines off, you can't go see your family. Or they may set it up to, well, all right, we'll erase your debts, but you have to take that charagma, and then you'll be able to go see your family. But other than that, you're not going to see your family. You can't go see your family. And that's the time we coming into, man. They're going to have checkpoints. Okay? This thing is only going to progress because it is not, it's a supernatural entity that's behind this man. Okay? This is the Lord's ultimate. This is the Lord's movie. So the Lord is putting on the spirit of Edom to do these things, man. He's putting on the spirit of Esau to give in to that sword. Or he's going to put that ancient spirit upon this man, and it's going to get real. It says 2nd Ezra 15-18, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right? If I'm in debt, if you in debt, you got these people out here, man, they in debt. They paying $4,000 every month that they can't even afford, barely even scraping up $4,000 a month. Barely even scraping up $1,000 a month. And having to pay $4,000 a month. Okay, people are going to say, you know what? If I can't eat, if I can't provide for my kids, I'm gonna go take it from my neighbor. Okay, and that's the times that we're coming into. Okay, so great tribulation is going to come You know, a lot of distress, a lot of anguish, a lot of trouble is going to come behind this devil trying to bring in this jab, man. You have Fox News towards the end of 21 come out and said they have the charagma, all right, a microchip they can put inside you to detect if you have the crown royale, all right, or not. So this is the times that we're coming into, man, and it's only going to increase. It's only going to increase because once again there is Yahweh Shema Shai is putting upon this man's spirit, all right, to do these things, you know. So I'm putting a link of the article in the description. You know, it's also a video I want to find. If I can find it, I'll put it in the link. But all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, double honor to the Apostle Elder Grade Millstone. You know, Yahweh Shema Shai, barakatah to you brothers and sisters out there, man. All right, the devil is bringing it, man. To the next time, shalom, shalom, shalom. And keep watching and keep pushing.